Reaching the pinnacle of success doesn't consist of just one single breakthrough moment. The process of becoming the best version of you and then building a great life for your family requires many small breakthroughs all compounded together. My name is Sean Jantz. In each episode, my goal is to help you achieve these small breakthroughs, whether it be in your business, with your personal development, or with your money. Welcome to the Breakthrough Project. Hey you, Sean Jantz here, and welcome back to another episode of the Breakthrough Project show. And this episode will likely go down as one of my favorites by far, because this is a topic that I'm extremely passionate about. This is a topic that I geek out about learning, love talking about. You'll probably hear my voice get a little bit louder because I'm just passionate about this. And it's about helping families grow their wealth and leave legacies. And how do we do that? What are the type of strategies I use and what are others using that I'm learning from my mentors? And so with that said, all through high school and even college, I had a very minimal mindset around money and wealth and success. I was never exposed to wealth as a kid. And I pretty much never really thought money was I never really thought it was for me, didn't really care for it, honestly. I just wanted to be, back then, I just wanted to be an accountant, or I really wanted to be a basketball coach and make a safe, $75,000 a year. I thought that would probably be pretty good. And it wasn't until March of 2012 when everything changed. It was at this time, my now wife, but she was my girlfriend then, Megan. At the time we got hired on, applied, started working part-time at World Financial Group, or WFG for short. It's basically an insurance and investment firm. And if you've ever heard of Ed Milet, Ed made his millions as a WFG agent. We've seen him live train a lot of live trainings over the years. And so through WFG, Megan and I both were being exposed to massively successful business people. We're flying all over the country, like I said. We're seeing Ed, we're seeing all these other WFG agents getting trained by them. And, multimillionaires, we're talking people making $1 million to $5 to $10 million a year in income. And in the beginning, I was, we got started 2011, 22. I couldn't fathom it, right? I thought it wasn't real, honestly. But the more you hang out with successful people, the more they teach you about making big money. And growing your wealth is actually incredibly simple. It's not easy. I don't like using the word easy, but it is simple. And it really just comes down to one word only. And that word is leverage. And before I get into the details on leverage, I first want to help you break through some of your limiting beliefs you may have around money. I want to give you a stat. Did you know that in the United States alone, just in the United States, there's $100 trillion of wealth floating around every day? And this number, that 100 trillion, that includes real estate. So to put this in perspective, there are currently 128 million households in the United States. So if we were to divide all the asset wealth to each household, each married couple would have close to $800,000 in net worth. So pretty much there's enough wealth for every single family of 3 or more to be multi-millionaires. And if just that simple stat doesn't destroy, any limiting belief you have, I don't know what will. So now that you know that there is an incredible amount of wealth out there for you to attain, yet why do so few attain it, right? And I think that's a question I always was answering myself. I hadn't attained it, my family hadn't. What's going on? What do I don't know that everyone else does? So we all want to know that wealth inequality is getting larger and larger by the second every day as well. And so here's the number one reason why, most families feel like they can't get ahead. They are only getting paid one way, and that is the act of exchanging time for money. And if this is you, you have to understand that it's nearly impossible to get ahead in life by getting paid by the hour or a salary. Only getting paid one way, exchanging hours for dollars, what happens is it creates a bottleneck. There are only so many hours in a day. You have to learn how to leverage your hard work and mind and start getting paid by the value you are bringing to the marketplace. When I was first meeting these really successful WFG agents like Ed Milet, and I saw their enormous incomes, our other mentors, Guillermo Haro, you can look him up on Guillermo and Angelica, you can look them up on Instagram. Amazing man, multi-millionaire, making millions of dollars a year. And I was a little confused. I was even agitated, thinking to myself, like, what the F? Like, they are getting paid way too much. That was my thought. That was my limiting belief. But then as you hear everything they do, I realized they're getting paid this much because they're bringing an enormous amount of value to their marketplace and to their clients and to these families. Thus, they're getting paid proportionately. And that was one of my big, one of my big aha moments. I knew to get rich, right, I needed to up-level my skills and provide greater value to people, thus able to charge more for my services. You think, like, I wanted to be an accountant. That's not a very high-level skilled job. That's why, that's kind of why they don't get paid, roughly $75,000 a year. Now, as I begin to study super successful individuals even more, I've learned that it's not just about providing a ton of value, but also being able to utilize leverage to increasing income even more. And we're talking like beyond, 1 million yearly. And I've mentioned leverage already several times. So let's get into that. There are dozens of opportunities to effectively use leverage, but for the sake of time, I'm going to share with you the 3 major applications of leverage and the ones that my wife and I currently do. So number 1, okay? You can leverage your profits and learn how to make your money work for you. So leverage your income. This is by far the simplest way to start applying leverage in your life, yet so few do it. This is when, instead of buying new stuff every year, like a new car, a bigger house, new clothes, etc., you take a significant amount of money and invest it every month. With Megan and I being in the financial coaching business for 8+ years, what we're seeing is that most families are blowing all their money on liabilities. A liability is simply assets that decrease your wealth, like the things mentioned above. Like cars being the biggest one by far. My wife and I both invest a significant portion of our incomes every month into multiple investment vehicles, including, but not limited to, stocks, bonds, real estate, debt contracts, life insurance contracts, futures, options, and of course, our businesses. What we have learned is that being able to effectively invest your money, it all comes down to discipline. You literally just have to make a stand. This is what we did, but you got to make a stand right now and say, enough is enough. I'm done with debt. I'm done with stupid materialistic liabilities, and I'm ready to invest and grow my wealth. That should be your proclamation. You got to say it out loud and be excited. It's actually crazy, super fun once you get started, watching all of your money grow. I look at each dollar I have as a soldier, and I send them out to war to bring back more dollars for me while I sleep or spend time with my family. Leverage, baby. You got to embrace it. You got to love it. Number 2, you can leverage other people's time and start a business and get paid by the efforts of your employees or your recruits. This is what I found to probably be the biggest form of leverage and the most profitable. What drew Megan and I both to the World Financial Group insurance model was that they allowed us to recruit, hire, and train agents underneath us. And we get paid a percentage of all their life insurance and investment sales. And we learned to embrace like the ethical, legal, and moral pyramid type businesses. It's a genius business model when you do it the right way and not the scam way. Right? I understand that there's a lot of scams in doing that type of model, but there's a lot of really good businesses like WFG who do it properly. And this is how like Ed Milet made his fortune. And by building a huge he made his fortune by building a huge insurance team of thousands across California. And he made money off of each one of their sales. My wife now runs our WFG insurance agency on a daily basis here in Idaho. And she gets commissions from all of her agents that work in her office. Megan can be home with me and the kids, and 1 or 2 of her agents could be helping clients, and we get paid that day. I'm telling you right now, if you are not in a business where you can either A, hire employees to work for you, or B, recruit others to work underneath you, you need to get in one now. The longer you wait to get started, the longer it takes to get financially independent. You can still keep your day job and build your business on the side. You need to learn how to lead and leverage others. Now, the last form of leverage, number 3, is you can leverage the always-on 24/7 internet and place your services and products online and get paid while you're sleeping. This form of leverage is by far my favorite. After applying leverage number 1, which is how to invest my money, I got really good at it. I then realized more people should know how to do this. So I started teaching others how to invest and recording courses and digital products and putting them up for sale online. I have now sold over $1 million of my own products, 100% online. The internet, social media, and e-commerce tools leveled the playing field for all of us. It doesn't matter where you live or where you went to school, how old you are. You can slap up a free Wix website in 10 minutes, put a free PayPal checkout button on the homepage, and start taking orders for your services or products. I say that structure because that's exactly what I did. When I got started online in business 2014, it wasn't as easy as it is today. I struggled a little bit in the beginning. But now with all the new online tools and innovation in marketing, we didn't have Instagram, Facebook ads, we're just still in fledgling. It's never been simpler to start your own digital business. There literally is no excuse not to have a side digital business where you can make extra money selling your skills online. Building a digital brand is the new age of entrepreneurship. I know this. And this is why I built Jance.co, my website, and I'm going to be coaching others on how to start and grow their own digital brands and serve thousands of customers all over the world from the comfort of your own home, just like I do. There really are endless ways to apply leverage to increase your wealth, but I wanted to share with you these 3, and so that way you can get started right now. The saying time is money couldn't be more true. If you haven't started some form of leverage, you can't procrastinate any longer. If you have questions about your unique situation, go to Jance.co, go to that website, and on the bottom right, there's a blue chat box. I'm online all day long if you have any questions, or you can simply email me at sean@seanjance.com. I'd love to help you answer if you're kind of wondering where or how to get started. And I hope I was able to provide a small breakthrough for you today. That's always my goal. And so until next time, you take care.